Hi everyone. So today we're talking about the case of Stella, Anastasia, Evon. This is a case that I have had lined up to talk about for a while now. I've had it researched. I lost all of the research on it. I had it pre-filmed, ready to go. I ended up losing the pre-filmed video, and it just didn't seem to work out. So I actually tried filming it again once I researched it, re-researched it, I should say. Made an error in my episode, and I just was like, I'm just going to try to refilm it again. So this is the third time I am telling you about this case, and hopefully this one sees the light of day. And hopefully I do not jinx myself by saying that. I want to apologize in advance because, like usual, information on this case is incredibly sparse, so I apologize. All the links that I used to research, however, will be down below, and let's just get into this. So in 1996, Stella was a 17-year-old Yupik girl living with her grandma in the town of Bethel, Alaska. She was described by her family as being a very kind and a very fun person, and she just loved everyone around her. Unfortunately, what we know about her as a person stops there, and the rest of this is the case. On Saturday night of September 28th, 1996, Stella went to a party with some friends, and she decided to stay at their house for a little bit until about a little after 3 a.m. When she arrived home, she found that the door of her house was locked because it was so late. So she tried knocking, but she wasn't able to wake her grandma up to come and open the door. And thankfully, their home was right across the street from a police station, so Stella just walked over and asked for help. The officer who answered was also, unfortunately, unable to wake up her grandma, but he did offer Stella a ride in his squad car, and he drove her about 2.5 miles down the road in his squad car to Stella's older sister's apartment, and this apartment was at Bethel Native Corporation apartment complex. Her sister let her in around 4:30 a.m., and she was told that Stella planned to stay just a short amount of time, just until their grandma awoke to let her in. And about an hour or so later, between 5 to 6 a.m., of September 29th, Stella left her sister's apartment on foot, and her sister watched as Stella walked down the street in the direction of their grandma's house. Unfortunately, no one has been able to locate her since. We've, as far as I could find, there have been no known leads that have ever surfaced. And this is even despite the fact that her family has been offering reward money basically the entire time she's been missing, and every so often they do keep increasing the amount. So the amount keeps going up, and despite that, there's still just no known leads. Just nothing comes up. She has never been considered a runaway, and she is classified as endangered missing under suspicious circumstances. So thankfully, they didn't just be like, oh, she's just a runaway. She'll come back eventually. They did, say that she is endangered missing, and the case is suspicious. So because she is still missing, I do have a description for you from when she did go missing. So she was under 5 feet tall, just under, I think she was like 4'11". She had brown eyes and curly black hair to her waist. Her ears are double pierced. She was last seen in a dark blue hooded sweatshirt with the Georgetown University logo across the front. She was wearing a brown leather jacket and blue jeans. Anybody with any information is urged to contact the Bethel Police Department at 907-563-3781. And that is all I have for you guys on Stella, Anastasia, Evon. So, what do you guys think happened? This made me really sad because she left around 5 to 6 a.m. Her grandma's probably, I assume she's leaving at that time, because that's probably around the time that her grandma gets up. Her sister is watching her sister walk down the road in the direction of the grandma's house, probably thinking, I'll watch her until she disappears. She'll probably be safe. It's only about 2.5 miles. She'll be fine. And somewhere in that 2.5 miles, after she is out of the range of where her sister can see her, something happens. And what could have happened? I do think that she likely met foul play. She clearly had plans to go home. Like, she tried to go home. She asked for help of someone trying to get into her house. She left her sister's house early as hell to go back home. She clearly planned on returning home, so it's not like she was trying to run away, which is clearly why they were just like, she's not a runaway. Clearly something happened to her, and could she have been in an accident of some sort? Like, could somebody have like ran into her? Could she have been kidnapped? Could someone have just I don't know. The only thing that I can think of is that she met the wrong person in that 2.5 miles, and they did something to her, and we still haven't found a body or anything. And it just is so mind-boggling in these cases where somebody goes missing a very short distance from home, because it's like you just wonder, like, what could have happened? What kind of person did you meet in that short amount of time? But there are weirdos everywhere, and unfortunately, I think she probably met one of them that morning. But thankfully, they did not go with runaway, and they did say, like, it's a suspicious circumstance, and she is missing. Hopefully, it's been 28 years now, almost 29. Hopefully, something can come up, some sort of evidence, somebody starts talking, somebody turns somebody in. I hate to say it, but maybe her body's found. I mean, like, it would be good for the family to get some sort of closure, but I hate to say it because unfortunately she would no longer be with us. It's just something to break this case open. It just something little, you know. But let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think could have happened to her in that small amount of time getting to her house? And I don't want to say a small amount of time. I guess distance-wise, it's not that big. Let me know your thoughts down below. And thank you so much for listening to Stella's story. My heart goes out to her family. I can't imagine being the sister just watching her leave and just being like, she's probably okay now, and then you never hear from her again. I can't imagine that, but my heart does go out to them. Thank you so much for listening to our story, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.